Oh, y'all late, man. Y'all late? Y'all not even out, man. Y'all late today? What is going on with y'all, man? Oh, here y'all come. Oh, y'all late today, baby. Y'all late today. Let me see if I can brighten this up a little bit. Man, y'all late today, man. Come on, man. Y'all late, man. I've been sitting on this thing for about 8 minutes, sitting here waiting on y'all. I don't like this. Right. That's a little better. What's good? What's good? Who in the building today, man? Hit that like button. Hit that like button. DC in the building. Miami-Dade County in the building. Shout out from Amsterdam. I think I'm going to have to come out to Amsterdam real soon. I hit my cousin Yasmin up. What up, LA in the building? I know y'all don't like me giving shout outs, but just give me 60 seconds to shout out my people, please. That's all I ask, 60 seconds. Houston Texans was good. Connecticut in the building. Somebody just got notified. That means the notifications is working. Minnesota, Minneapolis, St. Louis, Patterson, New Jersey, Chicago. Shout out to the Crips. Sherry Berry, Norfolk, Virginia, St. Louis. Keita G in the building, Milwaukee, ATL, DC, Charlotte, Pittsburgh, Detroit, Brooklyn, baby. You already know. North Carolina, the Bronx, Chirac, Baltimore, Dallas. Man, shout out to everybody, man. Let me get this light a little better. Let's see. Ain't trying to drop my drink, you know? Holding on to that drink strong, man. I'm looking orange like the thing again. I don't know what it is, but F it. Yo, so what's good, y'all? Y'all know what we here for today. It's the Morphin' the Jay-Z. Shout out to my people that sent me the shirt. Grind, complain. We don't complain. We just pray. You know what I mean? So when you got to grind, it ain't no need to complain. Just pray on it and keep grinding. All right? You like that, right? Fit good too. Thank you for the shirt and hat. Damn, I can't think of your name right now, but I'll shout you out on Instagram. You know who you are. They know who you are. King Eric, what up? Shout out for the donation. Choke No Joke is the Cash App. That's CHOKENOJOKE. Choke No Joke at Gmail is the email if you want to do business. Let's see, what else? Twitter, choke underscore no underscore joke is the Twitter. Thanks for the donation, Pops Parker and Robert Wingman. Good looking. So, David, I'll speak on the mental illness on another time. What you call it? Today we working on the Morphin' and Jay-Z. I've been promising this for a long time, but when I just saw the thing more recently, thanks for the donation, Maurice. Uh, when I just saw the T.I. show, and he was talking about the top lyricists, and they put out a list of the top lyricists, and he had Tupac before Jay-Z, and he said that Jay-Z gave him a call, like, yo, you really feel that way? And I see that this dude be calling up a lot of dudes to sway their opinions about him, because as we can see, every time somebody say something, they always seem to go and backtrack. Y'all notice that? But I ain't saying T.I. went and backtrack because he said what he said. but he did mention that Jay-Z called him like, yo, you really feel that way? So as y'all can see, I know he watching now. What up, Jay? How you doing? I know you watching. You know, we don't do gold bottles, we do gold cups, Jay. All right. Anyway, um, so we know that he's watching out here and he's listening. So but I agree with Ti with putting Tupac before Jay Z. I'm not saying that Tupac was the most lyrical and a metaphorical punchline way, but he was more lyrical with originality. And Jay Z has stolen a lot from a lot of rappers. You know, for those who didn't know that the 99 Problems song, I thought that Jay Z came up with that. I didn't know that was a Two Live Crew with what was it? Two Live Crew with Ice T, I think it is. Two Live Crew with somebody, I think it is Ice T. But that was 99 Problems is a remake of their song. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's Ice T. Somebody said Ice T. You know what I'm saying? So I see him still slick Rick concepts and hooks and lyrics. If you listen to the Rulers back, that whole thing is Slick Rick. Um, Even in the 99 Problems song, the third verse, he flips uh who is it? Dr. Dre's uh witches ain't ish but hoes and tricks. He flips that song, the concept of the song, and makes it his own on top of stealing the hook and the the concept of the whole song, which was somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get back into that later because that whole thing falls under the first rule of hip hop was no biting. If you was doing graffiti, your name couldn't be somebody else's name. You couldn't even copy somebody else's tag. If you was rapping, you couldn't borrow nobody else's lyrics. You had to be you couldn't copy nobody else's flow. If it was fashion, you didn't dress like other people. You know what I'm saying? If it was breakdancing, electric boogieing, you didn't do other people moves. It was all supposed to be original. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, um, in hip hop, when it first really started, people using other people's lyrics, it was Snoop. Snoop was the first person that I'm gonna say was a biter. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it was called back then, a biter. You know, he did Slick Rick's song "Lottie Dottie" over on his first album. Now, if you go and listen to it, he says, yeah, shout out to my nigga Slick Rick. And if you don't like it, eat a dick. You know what I'm saying? With those who's with it, sing it with me. Lottie Dottie, we like the party. Because the reason he started off the song that way, because he knew that people would have a problem singing somebody else's lyrics. And on top of that, he's from the West Coast singing somebody from the New York song over. You know what I'm saying? So there's even more of a stigma with it. You know what I'm saying? So when Snoop did it, he caught a little slack here and there, but people liked it. You know what I'm saying? And then he did it again. I think on the Dogfather album, it was called on the song he took Biz Markie's song called "The Vapors." You know what I'm saying? And when he did the Vapors over, it was like Everybody was like, hey, forget it, man. You can use other people's lyrics. Snoop did it. He's credible. And then other people started doing it. And that's where it began. You know what I'm saying? So by the time, Jay-Z's coming out, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't look like it's anything wrong with it. But if you a true MC, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the first rules of engagement as an MC is there's no copying, there's no biting. And he stole a lot from a lot of different artists. He murdered Big's catalog. And I know a lot of y'all say, oh, nah, he was just paying homage to Big. You pay homage when you do that. That ain't paying homage. When you're a rapper, you know better. There's plenty of people that Rakim could have paid homage to. Nas could have paid homage to. Uh, Melly Mel could have paid homage to. KRS-One could have paid homage to. Uh, Cool G Rap could have paid homage to. It's plenty of rappers that people could have paid homage to. You know what I'm saying? But that's an excuse. And me being an artist that knows, that writes, knows that that is being used as a crutch. It's for people that catch writer's block and can't either start off a rhyme or can't bridge a rhyme or can't end a rhyme. You know what I'm saying? So what they do is they borrow from other people for the inspiration to get them to the next thing that they trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? Just, a little writer's knowledge for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So T.I. putting Tupac before Jay-Z is not nothing outlandish because Tupac had more original lyrics and his songs with original lyrics than Jay-Z did. Jay-Z had a lot of stuff that, if people ain't give him hooks like Sparks with the Give It To Me or Young Chris giving him stuff. I'm sure Siegel gave him stuff. Kanye gave him stuff. It's plenty of artists that was around Roc-A-Fella that gave him stuff. But I say all that to say, that's how we getting into this, the morphing to Jay-Z. All right? And the way I want y'all to look at the morphing to Jay-Z, we're gonna look at Jay-Z as a quilt right now. You know how an old lady, she sew a quilt together with patches? Well, the patches are going to symbolize the people that's going to build this quilt, which is the morphing of Jay-Z. This quilt is going to be symbolize who Jay-Z is. And even at the end, if the quilt would be big enough for him to put it around his neck and make it a cape, and however you want to look at it, right? So where we going to start off at is it starts off with your dude, Shawn Carter, right? Shawn Carter, first rap name was Shawnee D. And I know plenty of y'all like, Shawnee D, we never heard that. That was his first rap name. When he met Jaz-O or was introduced to Jaz-O, he was Shawnee D, right? Before him and Jaz-O take off, you have D Haven, who was the street guy that introduced him to the streets, that gave him street credibility, that let him rock his jewelry and, let him play with his paper and stuff, which gave him credibility in the streets. They made him look good with the jewelry and everything. That let him wear his jewelry when he went on tour with Jazz or whatever. that got shot for him, that went to jail, did intel on him, that helped him in his beginnings. D Haven will be your first patch. Now we got our first patch, right? So now it's Shawnee D, you know, and those who know him back then in McKinney, they used to call him Bubble Lip Shawn. I ain't dissing him. That's just what they used to call him. They used to call me Artichoke, like the damn vegetable. You know what I'm saying? So, um, starting to work with Jazz, and Jazz being popular and having a name, he's taking this dude that has great potential and he's toning his skills. He's helping him out. You know what I'm saying? He's showing him how to formulate bars and song structure and things like that. He's grooming this cat. And the kid goes from Shawnee D to to Jay-Z. So for all those who want to know where he get the name Jay-Z from when his name is Shawn, is because he wanted to take a patch from Jazzo. You get it now? He already got the patch from D Haven that gave him street credibility, right? Now, Jazzo just done groomed him as an artist, showing him song structure, uh, helped him perfect his flow, then takes him overseas with him, puts him on records, and he changes his name from Shawnee D to Jay-Z. Jazzo, Jay-Z, right? Because he wants people to automatically associate him with Jazzo. Because it helps his brand. You know what I'm saying? Because Jazzo's more famous. Jazzo got a record deal. So now what he's doing is he's stealing a little from Jazzo. TD, good looking. He's stealing from Jazzo, right? So now, once he get where he could get from Jazzo, Jazzo introduces him to Big Daddy Kane. He wants them to come work with him. He wanted Kane to do something with him and Jazzo. But the Kane likes Jay-Z more than he likes Jazzo. So he recruits uh, Jay-Z and takes him on tour with him to open up. So now he has the D Haven patch. Now he has the Jazzo patch. Now grandma's getting the sewing. Now he's on tour with Kane. Now Jazzo just introduced him to the New York market and overseas, taking him overseas with him. And wherever else they may have toured in the States, in what you call it. Now he has credibility on being on the Jazzo song. He's on music videos. He got to go on tour. He's rocking D Haven's jewelry. He's popping. He's popping. Now he's on tour with Big Daddy Kane. If you want to see footage of that, y'all could go and look at the episode of Hip Hop Evolution Season 3, the one called Life After Death, the one I'm a producer on. And you can see Jay-Z on tour with Kane with Big Daddy Kane's jacket on. So now he goes from D Haven to Jazzo to Big Daddy Kane. Now, at this time, this is Kane's Chocolate City album. So Kane's already a platinum artist. He's already well established. He has millions of fans. He done sold millions of records, whatever. So these shows that he's going to and Jay-Z is opening up for Kane are already packed. So Jay-Z is being introduced to Kane's audience. So now he's already been introduced to Jazzo's audience, which was a good audience. And now he's being introduced to a platinum recording artist audience. And he still hasn't ever had a big record or his own record yet. Right? So now he's out with Kane. Same reason the mistake that D. Haven should have did is when he got legit, he should have signed him. Jazzo should have signed him. Kane, same thing. They all believed in him. They should have signed him. You know what I'm saying? So, my bad, y'all. Just felt like kicking somebody out. Anyway, ignorance catches my eye and it throws me off. So now that he's been on tour with Kane and got Kane audience, now he has a buzz around that, hey, this is this kid named Jay-Z that can rap. Jazzo co-signed him. Big Daddy Kane co-signs him. So now he goes and he meets Dame. Dame believes in him. And at the time, Dame is managing Original Flavor. So he's picked up by Dame. So now he has the D. Haven patch, the Jazzo patch, the Big Daddy Kane patch, and now he's working with Dame Dash. He does a song with Original Flavor. Can I Get Open, which was produced by Ski, DJ Chubby Chub, Tone Hooker, or what was Tone name back then? It was something T Trouble or something like that. But you know, Tone Hooker, we used to call him Big Nose Tone during Roc-A-Fella days. But the Can I Get Open song, that took off a little bit. That did well. So now he's on his next patch, which is a big patch. And the Dame Dash patch ain't no little patch. Y'all gonna have to make that one of them big patches that'll probably go in the middle. And all the other little patches go around it. Because what you have here now is somebody that's financially invested in him, somebody that's putting their time and energy into him, and a business sense, right? So, of course, Biggs too. Biggs he put up his bread too. So now you got these guys, right? You got these guys help building this quilt, right? Now Jay-Z now has morphed into Jay-Z the rapper. From being in the streets with D. Haven and getting his feet wet in the rap, and then meeting Jazzo and getting toned up and touching a few stages and going on tour, to Big Daddy Kane, grooming him and letting him touch his market, to now meeting Dame and shopping and shopping and shopping and shopping for deals and not being able to get one, and then finally getting Dame, Biggs, and them to put up their bread and start their own record label, and now they working on Reasonable Doubt. And now he has morphed into Jay-Z the rapper. We ain't talking about the the mogul yet. We ain't talking about the businessman yet. He's now Jay-Z the rapper. So now we know where he got his style from. Jazzo. We know how he got polished. Big Daddy Kane. And may have got his player image from, because we know Big Daddy Kane was always the one with the player image. And that way, probably where he got his player image from. Because he's not the type of guy to be looking like, to have the confidence to want to be a player. And then now, like I said, he's now over here with Dame. Dame is where he gets his business patch. That's part of his business patch. This is where he builds his team along with Dame in him. This is where the success comes from. But from what I'm hearing, the stealing been starting early. Now, how many of y'all know of a group called Camp Low? Are y'all familiar with Camp Low with my man Sonny Chiba from the Bronx? Anybody? Okay. Yeah, somebody know who Camp Low is. All right? So, Camp Low, their first album was called Uptown Saturday Night. For all, y'all don't want to go and research it. They got a couple of classics on there, like Lucchini, a few other joints, right? But the production was done by Ski. Ski is the one that was in Original Flavor, but then I think he left Original Flavor to go work with Jay to do the Reasonable Doubt album. So they Camp Low and Jay was working with Ski in the same studio at the same time. From now, what I'm hearing, y'all can hit Sonny Chiba up yourself, and y'all can ask him this. Any of y'all that do interviews that got a link to him, y'all could clarify this. That I think that was 1994. Can I Get Open came out off that Beyond Flavor album off Atlantic Records. And like I said, that's when Dame was the manager, right? From what I'm hearing, like I said, Sonny Chiba and Geechee Sway, they could clean this up. That 2 songs that made Reasonable Doubt album, were they songs or their tracks? And Jay took them. The Feeling It song and the Cashmere Thoughts. Hey, Feeling It, that dude sound like Camp Low. They smooth-ish. I don't know. I gotta wait to speak to these brothers, but this is what I'm being told. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, that dude sound like Camp Low. But Cashmere Thoughts, that sound like them. Cashmere Thoughts, that just sounds like Camp Low. There ain't nothing that no street rapper will be talking about. I don't know, but we gonna reach out to Geechee Sway and my man Sonny Chiba from Camp Low and find out if there's any truth to that. You know what I'm saying? But going off those titles and that Feeling It track, that definitely sounds like that. We gotta get skiing in on this one too, y'all. So just somebody hit Ski up, make sure he see this. Tell him we need to talk, Ski. And another Camp Low rumor is Jay was a little envious of Sonny Chiba, from what I'm hearing. I don't know. But it was one night in the Club Esso. Y'all remember when Jay-Z had that That chain, the platinum chain with the Chinese letters on it. He jacked that from your boy Sonny Chiba. He was in Club Essos. Said Jay leaned over to him, grabbed the chain. Like, yo, let me see that. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. Next thing you know, he seen Jay pop up with the same chain. So I don't know if y'all want to give Camp Low a patch. Maybe a little patch, a couple of stitches. But if Geechee or Sonny come out or Ski come out and say that the feeling in the Cashmere Thoughts was their songs, we're gonna have to get them a patch or some stitching in the Morphin' and Jay-Z. All right? I don't know. What y'all think? Now, Reasonable Doubt is done. It's a success with the stories, D-Haven stories, the Jazzo still being there to help and being on songs. That's why Jazzo calls himself the originator. Always let him know, yo, this is my flow, man. I did this flow. I'm the originator. Sauce Money there to help out. They all had a part in that masterpiece, right? So that's where I'm saying. That's where the morphing of Jay-Z, the rapper, and the birth of Roc-A-Fella begins right at Reasonable Doubt. So we got about 5 patches and some stitches in there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of patches in Roc-A-Fella. Dame is just a patch in itself. Like Dame is, like I said, he's a big patch. If you break him up into the businesses, because Jay was just really providing his image and likeness and focused on his stuff. Dame was responsible for the success of Roc-A-Ware, Roc-A-Fella as a label, you know, America Magazine, all the other different stuff was Dame. You know what I'm saying? Dame recruited a lot of the staff members, the artists. He handled most of the business, good, bad, or indifferent, but he handled most of the business. You know what I'm saying? And and that's all without Jay having a presence at the company. But at the end of it all, it's like Jay walked away with 2 large piece of pies and gave Dame a slice of one of them and just moved on. So that's why Dame is like a big patch in that quilt. You know what I'm saying? Because he did the most but walked away with the least. Whether it may be calm or whatever it may have been, he got snaked, whatever it may have been. He definitely walked away with a slice and Jay took 2 pies. So that's definitely, like I said, he's a big part of that quilt. Now, by the time Biggie and Pac died, that gave him 2 more patches. Because they left the game open to him. And then that's when he started copying again, stealing patches. You know what I'm saying? By the time Volume 1 came out, what was he doing? trying to be puffy, try to go the shiny suit route with the sunshine and trying to do what Bad Boy was doing. Bad move. Bad move. But he didn't have the people that he later had to steal from. So Big Pop gone, he don't know who to follow. He don't know who to copy. He don't know who to emulate. So hey, Puffin's winning. Let's do the shiny suit thing. Let's go, Foxy. Sunshine. You wanna be my sunshine. But what he did was when they passed away, all of a sudden, he's just using Biggie lyrics. Biggie lyrics, Biggie lyrics, Biggie lyrics, Biggie lyrics, Biggie lyrics. Like this dude had used big lyrics so many times. And I know y'all always say, nah, he's paying homage. That was his man. That was his friend. If Big wouldn't have died, well, if he wouldn't have died, he wouldn't have no excuse to use them. But he wouldn't have been using that man lyrics like that. Because Big would probably have been like, yo, damn, my nigga, you keep using all my lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me. He used a lot of Big's lyrics and made it look like he did it for homage. But it helped him as a crutch when he couldn't creatively get to another line or bridge something or come with a hook. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. Trust me, man. He can say what he wants. So he cannot go before Biggie, Tupac, Nas, Rakim, KRS-One, LL Cool J, Black Thought, uh, DOC, uh, Ice Cube, Chuck D. It's so many lyricists. That's 10 right there. So many lyricists that I could mention, Slick Rick, that didn't borrow from other artists that had tons of hits, had a lot of creative stuff, punchlines, metaphors, storytelling, and all that, and didn't have to borrow from another rapper so much. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? And just one thing I want to say about this whole Bad Boy thing. Biggie is not the reign. He's the reigning king, but he is not the first king of Bad Boy. Craig Mack was. And I don't understand how every time the story keeps being told, it's like Bad Boy popped off with Biggie. Bad Boy popped off with Craig Mack. That flavor in your ear was ringing in the streets so crazy in New York City. All you knew was Bad Boy because of that. Biggie didn't have no hit like that when Flavor in Your Ear was out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know what happened between Puff and Craig Mack, but Puff needs to make sure that when this story is told, as many times as it's told, that Flavor in Your Ear was the hit record that launched Bad Boy. I don't want why everybody keep giving it to Big, and I love Big. That's one of my top 5 dead or alive. But Craig Mack is the reason Bad Boy became Bad Boy. That was Puff's first hit record. I don't know why he be shitting on dude. But going back to Roc-A-Fella, Beanie Siegel gave Jay-Z a patch. His whole presence, his whole help, hooks, beefs, loyalty, Jay-Z got a patch from him. Jay-Z got a patch from State Property for them going up to Hot 97 and attacking Nas. He got a patch from Dipset. Just them signing the Roc-A-Fella. All the drama he went through with them. Cam going on stage with this. I can't believe Cam did that. Cam going on stage with him at this B-Sides concert. That was like, got you, Dane. Got you. Got your main one, Dane. The morphin' to Jay-Z. Cam gave him two squares on the quilt. With Dipset and going to do that B-side show with him. Young Chris gave Jay-Z a patch. He borrowed so much from Young Chris. Young Chris then gave him hooks, lines. Come on, man. He get a small patch. Thanks for the donation. He get a small patch from Sparks, because that "Give It To Me" song was a big hit for Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? And him inheriting Dame's whole staff, like everybody for the most part, is over there right now. Like most of his staff is from the Roc-A-Fella staff is Dame's staff, and he inherited that. So that's a whole nother patch. Cause I don't even call them staff; I call them students. Cause we all was students in this business school called entertainment, and we just went to the Roc-A-Fella Academy, and a lot of us graduated with high honors and went on to do some big things. You look back at a lot of those labels that was around back then, and you think about their staff, you can't say that Roc-A-Fella staff, a lot of us went on to do big things. Like, myself, Emmanuel, Shari, Shaka, um, even Karen Civil was up under Dipset and them up in there. What's my other girl name? I can't think right now. It'll come to me. But it's so millennials. It's so many of us that work together that prospered and went on to do big things in the industry. So shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? That was at Roc-A-Fella when I was there. But back to the morphin' to Jay-Z. So Jay-Z now tries to get another patch with Nas by dropping the takeover. But that backfired in his face. He got ethered. So he kind of lost a few patches. He was on a roll, but then he lost a few patches. Somebody let their dog in the house. He tore up the blanket. Arr, arr, arr. he went and messed with the neighbor's dog. He went and messed with the neighbor's dog, Nas. And the dog came and tore that damn blanket up. Yeah, shout out to Wayno, Aunt Lava. They also came from Roc-A-Fella. Damn, I don't know why I can't think of my girl Letitia. I think her name is. Nas. So, yeah, he lost a couple of patches with Nas, but then what happens? Nas turns right around and signs to this nigga over at Def Jam and gave him them little patches that he came and tore up. He gave him a patch just about as half the size as Dame's patch. Made the whole damn quilt almost complete. Because now the morphin to Jay-Z just went from the morphin to Jay-Z, the rapper, to now him being the president of Def Jam, which was a job, you know what I'm saying? But now he's looking like he's morphing into the mogul. Now, once he left Def Jam or left Roc-A-Fella and got all his masters back, which to me today is still like some sucker-ish. Because if me, you, and Big start a company together and we create 100 masters and the company gets sold, how you get those masters back? And we don't, and we started the company with you and we put up our money in the beginning. So now you own the masters that we all built. I just still don't get that. But this is what it's called. It's called business. And in business, things are dirty. All right. Thanks for the donation, whoever that was. Choke No Joke is the Cash App for those who do the Cash App donations. All right. So, being that Nas went over there and signed with him, and him and Nas came buddy buddy and sat around and probably had talks about Common and who knows what else. Like I said, the quilt, Nas just put a whole big chunk on the quilt. So grandma is like this now. She was stressing when the dog came, Nas' dog came, and bit up the little blanket. But after Nas was defeated, it wasn't a worry, man. She had enough material to give to the old lady in the bed next to her that was sewing and shit. So now that he got to the point where he got to sell Def Jam, I mean, be the president of Def Jam, which we see that didn't last long. If he was Dame probably would have had that position for about 10 years. But y'all all see he got that position, didn't know what he was doing. And that's it. Like, if he was good at being the CEO, he would have been there for years. We seen Clive Davis in position for years. We see Andre Harrell in Motown for years. We see a lot of people that went and ran companies. Sylvia Rome for years. That run he had at Def Jam was shorter than Thierry Marie on Roc-A-Fella. But once he became the president of Def Jam and took that job, he's been a worker ever since. Fact. Because what he learned is that his name is a brand and a business. And once he figured that out, he started licensing his name out like a whore. You know what I'm saying? Just for the money. That's how the whole Nets situation happened. He screwed the people over in Brooklyn. He screwed them. You know, they gentrified it. He got his little few coins out of it. Had everybody thinking that he was a big owner in the Nets, and only had pennies on a penny of a percentage. And but the perception was so big, billboards and everything, that he was an owner. I guess that when he seen that power, then he just really started licensing his name off to everything. You know what I'm saying? So everything that y'all feel he owns, he don't owns. He just licenses his name to these things. And this is also a bunch of patches, these different companies, you know what I'm saying, the titles. Like, he don't not own title by himself. Trust me. Regardless of what they telling y'all. That's a whole nother company from some people overseas. It been built. He didn't make that from scratch. You know what I'm saying? So you know, so the perception of him owning title, Ace of Spades, Rock Nation, you know, all of these are just more patches. They more patches to making the quilt bigger, which is the quilt is him. So this is the morphing him. Remember, we went from that one little patch, and then think about how big it is now. You know what I'm saying? Now we talking with all these businesses, hundreds of patches, but he don't own all these. It's just like the NFL thing. That's a job. He don't own the NFL. He don't own the team. They cutting him a check to do a service. That's a job. That's a job. But what he's learned to do with all that is he is now leapfrogged Leo Cohen, Russell Simmons. He don't need them no more. Because he met Warren Buffett. And if you look at the interview with him and Warren Buffett said he'd invested in him. And he gave him a bag. So he making a percentage off of him as well. Like I tell you, he don't hoard himself out. You know, Live Nation got to deal with him. He got to deal with Warren Buffett. But all these different entities are adding patches onto the quilt. And it is making him bigger and bigger and bigger. And your perception when you look at him is he's a billionaire. When you know better and you look at him, what you see is a dude that licensed that was 100% of licensing, that is probably have about 3% of licensing of himself left. He done licensed every little bits and pieces of him to different people for money. Hey, Jay-Z, you give me, I'll give you 100 million if you give me 10% of your brand for the next 10 years. Okay, give me. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people that are invested in him, for invested in the name, and this is why he's well protected. This is why he will never go to jail, because there's too many people that's invested in this dude. You know what I'm saying? So this is what you getting when you putting all these patches together. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So last but not least, y'all know what his biggest patch is, right? Dame was a big patch. Leon was a big patch. But can anybody out there tell me what's his biggest patch? There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Everybody's saying it. Everybody's saying it. The B, the E, the Y, the O, the N, the C, the E, the B, Beyonce. Beyonce. Hold up. Exactly. Without Beyonce, Jay-Z wouldn't have not been in 75% of the doors that he's been in the last almost 15 years. Beyonce opened doors for this guy that he would have just been a rapper. Beyonce opened up doors for this dude. He wouldn't have went to see the Prince of England. You know what I'm saying? When they had that Lion King thing, he was there because of Beyonce. Beyonce, he wouldn't even probably be making it in the Met Gala if it wasn't for Beyonce. This is the dude that cheated on what he called the baddest girl in the baddest bee in the game. After all her brand does for him. But as we know, he will burn those who are close to him. You know what I'm saying? That's just part of who he is. If you one of them threads in the blanket that's sticking out, he pulling out the lighter and he burning off y'all little threads. Or y'all little threads hanging off, that's about to unravel and make it a problem for him. He burn y'all right off. You know what I'm saying? Jazzo burnt off. D Haven burnt off. Kane burnt off. Dame burnt off. State Property burnt off. Dipset burnt off. Source Money burnt off. Leo Cohen burnt off. We don't need the extra threads. We burning those off. Once you helped them make that quilt, burnt off. That's just how it is. Beyonce was smart. Thanks for the donation, Chief. Um, she got some babies out of him. She pregnant again right now. So she gonna have at least 4. Try to burn her off. It's gonna hit your pocket so hard, brother. You're gonna be back in Marcy on the corner selling drugs. So, somebody said Foxy Brown, burnt off. Bleak is still in there. He always gonna have love for Bleak. You know what I'm saying? That's why, the Casanova kid getting some love. Because that's Bleak artist. Kanye West, burnt off. So, if you look at everything I told y'all, this is how the man became who he is today. That is the morphin' of Jay-Z. If you want to get a better look at it visually, go watch Hip Hop Evolution Season 3 on Netflix. Life After Death is the episode. Thanks for that donation. You know what I'm saying? Is the episode. Somebody said a mill. Burnt off. Y'all little threads. Y'all ain't gonna be there for the whole picture of it, the big blanket. Excuse me. Y'all got any questions in here? Yeah, we seen Rihanna even burnt off. Look, everybody, DMX burnt off. Somebody said Jay-Z richer than Beyonce. You think so? That may be your perception. Beyonce ain't out here talking about her money, I tell you that. Ja Rule burnt off. Shawn burnt off. LL burnt off. We gonna call that nigga the flamethrower. I don't know. Nipsey Hussle assassinated. Man, I want to touch on that Nipsey Hussle thing so bad, man. But thanks for that donation. But I don't. People just get too sensitive, man. But I'm gonna put something together about this Nipsey Hussle thing and how I feel about it. And y'all just let me know how y'all feel. I'll let y'all know in a few days. I might have to put this together. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said Freeway burnt off. See, and that's that thing, man. Let me explain to y'all too. It's always business. It's always business. It's never personal in this music industry. Don't let do something about Roc-A-Fella family or we family, this, that, and other. Because you see where all those dudes are that was family, you see where they living at? You see how they all back in the hood or where they came from? And this dude's supposed to have $1 billion? And you ain't looking out for nobody? Y'all never hear him talk about his brother, right? From where I'm hearing, his brother work upstate in a barbershop. I would love to interview him. Oh, y'all ain't know Jay-Z had a brother. Remember, he said he shot him when they was younger. Yeah. So that's it, man, for the youngin'. Your man has stole from a lot of people. He done borrowed. He done got knowledge from. He done moved on from. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody that tuned in. For those that didn't give me a like while you was in here, please give me a like when you leave the building. That's all I ask. Thanks for the shirt from my peoples. Grind, don't complain, and just pray. You heard? That's what we talking about here. It's Choke No Joke. Real Choke No Joke is the Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Yo, can y'all subscribe, man? I see I haven't been getting no subscriptions lately. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. My numbers been looking funny. I hope that y'all getting y'all notifications. If y'all not getting y'all notifications, please let me know in the comments. If you are subscribed, please let me know if you're getting your notifications because things is looking funny. You know what I mean? And I want to contact YouTube and let them know. You know, so please, if you are subscribed and I say I'm going live or I post a video, let me know if y'all getting y'all notifications, please. Please hit the bell, the notification bell, and let me know if you're getting your notifications, all right? So hit me up, Choke No Joke at Gmail. Real Choke No Joke is the Instagram. Choke underscore no underscore joke is the Twitter. I'm on LinkedIn, Arthur D. Alston. For all those who on LinkedIn, Choke No Joke too. And I'm around, y'all. I'll be back. I'm not going to disappear, y'all. I'm here. I got something I want to do called Lessons from Choke No Joke. And what's today? Saturday? Monday will be the first one. With all new footage at the guard hour. That's 7 a.m. Y'all come on YouTube, 7 a.m., Monday to Friday. I'm going to have new footage up for y'all, all right? You know what I'm saying? I know I said I'm going to show Dame in Africa with the white girls. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that on my Instagram right now as soon as I hang up with y'all. Give me about an hour or two. It'll be up there. And I'll upload it to YouTube too for those who don't, use Instagram. All right. Keita G, thanks for kicking out the haters. Choke no joke. I'm signing off. Corey Brown was good. Holla at y'all in a minute. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Choke no joke. Chiggy choke no joke. Choke no joke. Chiggy choke no